1, 2, the cut down. We are going to be talking about the Z Fold 3 and the Z Flip 3. Yes, Unpacked has finally come and new foldables for 2021 have been announced from Samsung and they are looking good. They're looking good. Yeah, we're going to break it down and pretty much I'm going to share my thoughts as we do. And yeah, it's looking interesting. It's looking like a strong outing for what they've done for both their foldable when it comes to the clamshell and also the inner fold display type. And this is the Z Fold 2, which, if you know, man, I've been banging this out since last year from day one. And you've been probably seeing all my coverage on the Lover of Tech channel, but welcome to the cut down, where you pretty much should get your weekly dose of tech news in a more chilled, structured, but unscripted way, where we kind of just go ahead and share our thoughts on it. So if you like what you see, man, you find yourself here for the first time or you find yourself here again, man, definitely, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any new videos on the cut down. Now, when it comes to the Z Fold 3 and the Z Flip 3, it's very interesting what Samsung have actually done in terms of their approach and everything. You can definitely say what they've done this time around is an evolutionary and a refinement upgrade, which makes sense. I don't think it's every single year that you should be expecting like a major revolutionary upgrade, because the products themselves are already revolutionary. Heck, there's lots of moving parts and there's, like, you know, an inner display that is some form of bendable glass that does not break. So yeah, it's impressive and it's still revolutionary in its sense. When the third generation, and obviously name skip aside, the Z Flip 3 is the second phone, because there was a Z Flip, then a Z Flip 5G, which is kind of like a 1.5 and then went straight to 3. Ain't the first time Samsung have done that. They did that with the Note 7. Instead of calling it the Note 6, they called it the Note 7, so it was the same name as the S7 series, so people didn't think it was an older device and it was still at the same parity and it wasn't inferior. Fine, name skip aside, let's put that out there. But I low-key think the Z Flip 3 is the showstopper this time round. And not to say that the Z Fold 3 isn't good, bro. I think the refinements that they've done altogether for it is great. So we are going to dive into that and pretty much see how both these devices are looking, quick glance, and I'll share my thoughts on it as well in terms of what I'm thinking, you know, Samsung's direction, and just quick glance from the outside looking in. And yeah, let's pretty much dive in. So the Z Flip 3 5G, I really hope next generation they just drop the 5G name. Like, it just makes it too long already. Like, adding the Z was long, just drop the 5G. What do you think? I think just next time just drop the 5G name. It's all right, we get it. And the Z Flip 3 5G, we'll start the Z Flip 3, Z Fold 3 5G, right? And obviously they've got the trade-in plans. Again, I'm based in the UK, so what you'll see is UK prices, and there is a price drop. Before, the 256 gig did start at £1,799, 1,008. It's a £200 price drop, which is good to see. There is now again a 512 gig version, which is great because the Fold 1 had it, Fold 2 didn't, and that was one of the feedbacks that I had about it. So it's great to see a 512 gig option. I would have loved to see 16 gig, but yeah. Next, all phantom colors, and I think obviously phantom is Samsung's way of saying matte frosted finish, which is good, because before the Mystic Bronze was the only one that had the matte frosted finish. The black had the glossy finish. So it's good to see that you got Phantom Black, Phantom Green, and Phantom Silver. If you are a fan of the bronze is not to be seen. Maybe the silver might work for you, but I'm really digging the Phantom Green. I can't lie. That kind of military dark green kind of look to it, man. I feel that. I like it. Again, you do get a starter kit and 1 year of Samsung Care for free as well. So we go further down, and Samsung are really good with these kind of like pre-order offers, right? You pre-order, add to your basket, purchase between the 11th of August to the 26th, because obviously the 26th is on a Thursday, comes out on a Friday. You get a care package, and that is nice. That's decent. and you get a free complimentary gift as well, which you can claim. And that's decent. So it's the flip case, the S Pen, which we'll talk about as well as the 25 watt super fast charging. So they say 4 months of YouTube Premium, and then you've got Samsung Pay with cashback that you can get, yada 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 yada. Let's scroll up and look at key features. So we've got that here, immersive viewing. You've got the 7.5 inch display, which is great. It's 29% brighter, and you get S Pen support as well with an asterisk. Multitasking with the software is improved. They've added labs in there, so you don't necessarily need to depend on good luck to get apps to work at the right aspect ratio. More apps work at the right aspect ratio. Multi-window, not too sure about app continuation, but hopefully that's the same case as well. Armored aluminium, which is meant to be stronger but lighter. And then obviously you've got S Pen, which is good, but there is a new S Pen you have to use because it only works with the inner display, does not work on the outer display, which is a bit of a and the S Pen Pro as well. You've got IPX8. This, I think, is the most impressive engineering feat, to have it water sealed so well that you can give it an IPX8 water and dust water resistance rating. No rating against dust, because again, that's still going to be the enemy of foldable devices because of the hinge. But to be water sealed enough to have IPX8 water and water resistance is great. 1.5 meters fresh water up to 30 minutes, which is good. And again, the screen is more durable, up to 80% that they said in terms of the improvement. And you've got things like, you know, the Snapdragon 888, which is good. No Exynos model. The outer cover display has a 6.2 inch display, same aspect ratio, only a slight change, but the main thing is that you are getting 120 hertz on the outside. And on top of that, the refresh rate for the inner display and the outer display are linked. You can't separate them. Not that it's a bad thing, but you can't separate them yet. Maybe they might change that in a software update. Cameras are the same, but the real trick here is this under display camera. Samsung are implementing an under display selfie camera that disappears and reappears when you need it for an all immersive all screen experience. And I think this is a step in the right direction, but it is mixed at the minute. But we'll talk about that in the end when we do our rebuttal. And the cameras are near enough the same. The only difference is the glass coating is meant to be using what is called Gorilla Glass DX. So it's meant to be clearer, less glare, more scratch resistant and stuff. My worry is the battery capacity has gone down by 100 milliamps. It'd be nice to either have the same or an increase. They're saying it's more efficient, but we'll have to see, because brighter displays, 120 hertz on both the outer and the inner display, who knows. But yeah, water resistance, under display camera, S Pen support, those are really the highlights. Yes, and you've got the outer cover display having 120 hertz. Let's look at the Z Flip 3, and I think this is the foldable device for more people, or almost for everyone. The biggest thing that they did to this is they managed to get this under £1,000. £950 for 128 gig, 8 gigabytes of RAM, Snapdragon 888, and 256 gig, and it's 8 gigabytes of RAM, and it's £1,000. Well done. Does it mean it's cheap? It is not. It's still a premium product, right? Let's get that straight. But from where the original Z Flip was and the Z Flip 5G were, where they were pretty much 1,500 and 1,400, this is it. This is what we're talking about, man. Bring it down. Keep bringing it down. This is near enough the entry price of what you would pay for a brand new S21 Plus, brand new, direct from Samsung. This is a good look. This is a good look. You've got lovely colors: cream, phantom green, phantom black, green, and lavender. Obviously, when it's phantom, you get a matte finish, but the rest are glossy, which I don't know how I feel about that. You order directly from Samsung, you get an additional 3 colors that come with it as well, which is great to see. Now, inner display has got 120 hertz. It's still full high definition plus, but the great thing is the cover display. The cover display has now gotten bigger, 4 times bigger, because of the size and the aspect ratio. And that's great, 1.9 inches, but the aspect ratio does make it 4 times bigger. It's nice and compact at 4.2 inches when you climb it, which is great. It's more durable, more flat edges. The design language on it just being refined makes it really good. You got the IPX8 as well on there, which is making it more durable. Armored aluminium. Flex mode is what it started with initially, and the Snapdragon 888. I think this is the real showstopper when it comes to the foldable devices. It's the one that caught my attention the most. Now, I was fortunate enough to attend a closed event where I was able to use all the new devices that were announced at Unpacked. And as a Fold 2 user, you'll most likely see my reaction on the Lover of Tech channel about my thoughts going into the Fold 3. And the Fold 3, to me, I think as a complete package, is the most impressive one. There are some caveats with the S Pen. Again, there's a new S Pen Fold edition that you have to use. You cannot just use any S Pen on that in the display. There will be a prompt that comes up that tells you, nah, bruh, you can't. It only works on the in display. You can't use it on the out display, which I think low-key is a missed opportunity, but maybe I get it because of the form factor. Putting a Wacom Digitizer on the outside as well as a one that flexes on the inside would have been a challenge. We'll probably see that next time. But you cannot put the S Pen away in any way like you do with the Note series. F for respect for the Note series. We don't even know if we're going to get that back next year, but at this rate, I doubt it. And then the S Pen Pro, which is more expensive, bigger, and has a physical switch that changes the tip from using it on a normal display that supports S Pen and the Fold edition. It's something to be considered as well. Now, it's not for Fold 2 users, I don't think, personally. And I did my reaction on the Lover of Tech channel in regards to that, man. I think if you're a Fold 1 user, the Fold 3 will make so much more sense to you. Hey, doesn't mean if you're a Fold 2 user, all the feedback that you had for me, and especially with me, I was complaining about the lack of proper dual nano SIM support in there with eSIM, which is great. They fixed 512 gig option, they fixed. They didn't put 16 gigabytes of RAM, but at least to put the 512 gig option, they fixed. 120 hertz on both sides, they fixed. The native app support getting better, and then having the ability to force those apps in software without needing good luck, they fixed. So Samsung have listened and they've done the right thing. And the durability improvements, it being lighter, more durable, and IPX8 is great to see. I think that benefits Fold 1 users way more than Fold 2 users, because if you're a Fold 2 user, you won't be underwhelmed, but you will feel right at home to the point where it's not enough. And I would have at least loved them to have taken a zoom away that is from the S10 and at least put a 3x zoom. We're still working with a 2x zoom. The cameras didn't really get the right bump, and I'm not talking about the downgrade of 4 megapixels on the under display camera for the inner display. I'm okay with that. Funny enough, I'm okay with it. I think it's a step in the right direction. Maybe they could have waited another year until it was a bit more perfected. It was up to 8 megapixels or 10 megapixels where you could still record in 4K and have clearer photos. But I still think it's a step in the right direction. That's just me personally. But I think this is the last generation where Samsung are putting these kind of like mid-tier at this time 2019, 2018 cameras in a phone that costs this much, even with the folding nature of it, right? They really need to bring something that is close to what we get with the Ultra series when it comes to the camera experience, at least with the zoom. But overall, I think the Z Flip 3 is the showstopper. It's a fashion piece that has been refined so well, but the price drop on it makes it so much more accessible that I'm excited for how far it's going. And the Fold 3 needs to follow that trend. It needs to start at the price of the top end of their Ultra phone, or slightly less than the top end of their Ultra phone. Like the top SKU of the S21 Ultra with 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage. The Fold series needs to start at that price or slightly lower for it to make more sense. And they've done that with the Flip 3. With what you're getting with the S21 Plus price, it is fantastic for that reason. So that's more eye-catching for me, and I'm ready to even recommend that more For those people that love that fashion piece statement, that flexibility, and still want a flagship specs without too much of going into crazy territory money. So it's a good look. It's a good look. But yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on the new foldables. And I'll probably be holding out on the Fold 3 unless I get reviewing it for the Love of a Tech channel. But you know what? That's kind of my thoughts on it. Great, very respectable, very impressive. But Fold 3 is not for me as a Fold 2 user. The Z Flip 3, that catches my eye. So yeah, man, that's it from the cut down. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'll catch you next time.